Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Entertainment Vehicle. I'm your host, Mitch, the chauffeur, and in this episode, we're starting something new. I don't know whether to call it like a new season, a new segment, a new chapter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But what I'm going to be doing is playing D&D with myself. I've kind of been listening to like Stinky Dragon, Dungeons and Daddies. I've watched a little bit of Critical Role, but they just seem so polished. Yeah. But I've been listening to those podcasts and I played one game. We did like a ice dungeon encounter. It was pretty fun. I beat the boss, not to brag. Actually it was kind of funny because I don't remember what it was, but I did something that it required them to do a charisma check, and the DM had like a rule where with critical ones and critical 20s, they had, I don't know, it was a chart where they rolled a die and whatever it landed on, it did. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. And when I made them do the charisma check, the boss landed on a 1, and I can't remember if it just did regular damage or if it did like knockback damage, but it damaged the boss just enough to kill him, and I think everybody survived. One dude was unconscious for a couple rounds, but he made it. But anyway, this is, I don't know, kind of my first ever. I'm gonna DM myself times 3. I'm gonna be the DM, but I'm also gonna play as 3 characters, and I'm just doing. So I went to the store, bought a D&D Essentials kit. So I'm just doing Dragons of Ice Spear Peak is what it's called. And I'm sure most people interested in D&D probably already know everything that goes along with that, but I don't. I've never done it, so I'm going to do it this first time. And I've tried to play with like Discord groups, I've tried to play with friends, but I work a weird schedule, so it just doesn't work quite as well as I don't know, a D&D campaign should. So I've not been able to really play, so I want to. So I figured I would kind of do this to challenge myself. But anyway, this episode, I'm just going to do kind of like the character creation, figure out who they are, maybe try to like figure out what kind of voice I want to do for them. I don't know. But I'll figure out like the gender, the race, the age, the class, the background, and then I'll just Google for like the race, what kind of names they could be, because I don't know any names. I'm trying to think anything else I want to say. I guess if I could get like a proper community for this, I would love to play like a proper campaign. So if you want to go in the Linktree, do all that. I'm hoping you know what that is. If not, I'll get into it at the end of the episode. I don't want to do that at the start. We'll just kind of start with the character creation. Right now, I'm going to flip a coin, specifically a quarter from the year 1999 with the state Connecticut, which apparently came out as a state, like it revealed itself. Hello, well, I am a state in 1788, and the quarter is a picture of a tree. So, in case you like your quarters, you're welcome. I am flipping it, and oh, okay, before I look, I decided that I would do heads as female to defeat the patriarchy, and then I would do tails as male. So, this quarter that I flipped, tail, so I'm a guy. Okay, that'll make the voice easier. So, now, we'll do the race, which is a D4, and I'm not sure if I want to. I think I'll just talk about what I get, so that way A, I'm not talking your ear off now, and B, in the future, that's a discussion point. We can figure it out. So I have a D4, and I'm going to roll it, and I got a 2. So the 2 is an elf. My character's an elf. So I'm going to use D&D Beyond, by the way. And I will change my species to elf. And I guess I'll go into detail here. The creature type, I'm humanoid, naturally. I am medium, about 5 to 6 feet tall. Specifically, I'll tell you guys, 5'11", and my speed is 30 feet. I feel like I should be writing these down, but I'll figure it each time. Dark vision, I have dark vision with a range of 60 feet. My elven lineage. You are part of a lineage that grants you supernatural abilities. Wow. Choose a lineage from the elven lineages table. You gain the level 1 benefit from that lineage. What? Lineage. I said lineage. Okay, so the lineages are Drow, High Elf, and Wood Elf. I'll just roll a d6, because there's 3, and if it's above 3, I guess I'll have it. So, rolling this die, ooh, I got a 1. So the 1 makes me a Drow. My level 1 ability is the range of my dark vision increases to 120 feet. You also know the dancing lights cantrip. Ooh, I don't know what the dancing light cantrips does, but I know that dark vision being 120 feet is kind of goated. At level 3, I get fairy fire, and level 5, I get darkness something or other. It's cut off by the box. But I'm selecting Drow. You always have that spell prepared. You can cast it once without a spell slot, so it's pretty much a cantrip, and you regain the ability to cast it in that way when you finish a long rest. Dope. Long rests are, like they say, that's when you sleep 8 hours or whatever in-game. You can also cast a spell without using any spell slots if you have the appropriate level. Oh, so that means I have fairy fire and darkness cut off by the window. Even at level 1. Neat. Okay. Intelligence, wisdom, or charisma is your spellcasting ability for the spells you cast with this trait. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fair. And it says you choose that with the lineage. And I'm Drow, so maybe I'll have to look into that. Next thing. Hey, Ancestry. Wow. You have an advantage on saving throws you make to avoid or end the charm condition. Neat. You have proficiency in the insight, perception, or survival skill. I don't remember what that means. We'll figure it out. Trance. You don't need to sleep, and magic can't put you to sleep. You can finish a long rest in 4 hours. Neat. Spend these hours in a trance-like meditation, during which you retain consciousness. So, neat. Elven lineage spell. So it wants me to choose between charisma, intelligence, wisdom. I'll do the same thing with the 6-sided die. And this time I got a 6. So technically that's a 3. And that means my Drow lineage is going to be the wisdom type. So my spells used wisdom. I'll have to keep that in mind. My Fey ancestry. Oh, that's what the wisdom is. So my keen senses, insight, perception, and survival. I guess I'll do the same thing. Although one of them says that they are for the background, so I might want to wait. But I'll just do it and then change it if I get that background, I guess. I got 4, so we'll make that 2. The 3 choices are insight, perception, and survival. So we'll do perception. Trance, obviously. Languages. So I'll do common as my first one. Maybe I'm a elf, right? So let's go Elvish. So common sign language and Elvish. Those are my languages. And that's the end of like the elf page. So now we are going to do age. And for age, I figured 2d20. So like maximum 40, minimum 2, technically. That'd be crazy if I'm a 2-year-old elf. All right, I'm rolling, and 2 plus 6. I'm an 8-year-old elf. All right, so that's rough. I guess I'll just take it. And then my class. So my class is, there's 12 classes. As I said, I'll only talk about the one I get. And I'm going to roll 2d6 to equal 12, because there's 12 classes. 6 and 2, so 8. Ranger. He's an elf ranger. Okay. Rangers are honed with deadly focus and harness primal powers to protect the world from the ravages and of monsters and tyrants. Okay. So, as a level 1 character, I gain all the traits in the core and Rangers table and the trait 1. My primary abilities take dexterity and wisdom. My hit point die is D10 per level. So I'll just have to roll that later, I guess. My skill proficiencies, I can choose 3 out of animal handling, athletics, insight, investigation, nature, perception, stealth, or survival. Which is, I'll just roll a d8 3 times and whatever. My weapon proficiencies are simple and martial weapons. Armor training is light and medium armor and shields. And then my starting equipment is either studded leather armor, a scimitar, short sword, longbow, 20 arrows, quiver, druidic focus, explorer's pack, and 7 gold. Or 150 gold. I'm probably just going to choose A there. I don't think I'm going to just choose 150 gold. Favorite enemy is apparently something I have. You always have the Hunter's Mark spell prepared. Ooh, I don't know what that is. You can cast it twice without expending a spell slot, and you regain all expended uses of this ability when you finish a long rest. The amount of times you can cast a spell without a spell slot increases when you reach certain ranger levels. So, weapon mastery is, I can use longbows, short swords, whatever, scimitars and long swords. So it seems like I can use any weapon as this class. And that's all I'll look at right now. Those are the first level things. So my core ranger traits. All right, and I'll roll the D6 right now. Actually, no, I'll just roll 3, and I'll take what 3 they are. I'll re-roll any similar. Okay, so I got 2 1s and a 5. So I'll re-roll one of the 1s and got a 4. 1 is animal handling, 4 is nature, and 5 is stealth. And then my weapon mastery. My weapon mastery, there are 19 weapons I can choose from. So I'll just roll a d20 and a d6. No, a d4. There's no chance I get like a 24 or something, right? So I got a 7 on the d20 and a 2 on the d4. I got a glaive as my first weapon. The attack is graze. If your attack roll with a glaive misses a creature, you can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier you choose. Oh, the ability modifier you use to make the attack roll. This damage is the same type dealt by the glaive, and the damage can be increased only by increasing the ability modifier. Huh. So I think that goes back to, like, how I use dexterity and wisdom. And then my second weapon mastery, rolling the d20 and the d4 again. I got a 17 and a 4. That's a 21. I'll re-roll. What are the odds of that? Okay, and then I got a 12 and a 4. And that's 16. Oh, a hunting rifle and a glaive. So with the hunting rifle, I use slow. And that's if you hit a creature with a hunting rifle and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Okay, that's decent. If the character is hit more than once by weapons that have this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet. Okay, so it doesn't stack. That's fair. And that's all for this one. So next, I need to get spells. So there are 15 spells available. I will just do a 10 and a 5. No, that's silly. I'll just do the 2 8-sided die. You got a 9 and a 6 to make 15, obviously. I got 6 on the 6 and 8 on the 9. Long Strider. The spell is a first level transmutation. You can touch a creature. The target's speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends. Oh, okay. And I can have 2 spells. So I'll do it again. And I got a 6 and a 1. So 7 is detect poison and disease. It's a first level divination. And for the duration, you sense the location of poisons, poisonous or venomous creatures, and magical contagions within 30 feet of yourself. You sense the kind of poison, creature, or contagion in each case. Doesn't seem very useful, so I hope that'll work in the future. But those are my 2 spells. And then I have to do my HP. So my HP is a D10. Oh, never mind. That means it's 10, and then I use that for my, attack. Okay. So then my background... Oh, I guess as I can try to figure out my name. No, I'll do it after background. Fuck it. And for that, I'll roll a D4. I got a 2, so my character's criminal. Uh-oh. My skill proficiencies are in sleight of hand. Okay. I'm basically Kyborg from Tales from the Stinky Dragon, honestly. This is kind of crazy. But anyway, I'll choose my proficiency. I got 13, so I'll just do my D9 and a 40. I got a 4 and a 2, so 6, and that's my insight. So I'm gonna have a higher insight, I guess. And ability scores, I can either increase 3 scores or 2. I'll flip a coin, I guess, because I don't know. I don't want to make any of the decisions, you know what I mean? And I got tails, so we'll just do the 2 scores. And I'll do out of 3, we'll roll 2d6. One of them's a 1, so we'll do Constitution, and the other one's a 4, which will half down to 2, and that makes Dexterity. Hopefully this works. Alignment. I think for alignment, we'll do 2d6, and 1 through 3 is chaotic, lawful, chaotic, neutral, and then lawful, and then I'll do the other one as my evil, good, or neutral. Hopefully I don't get 2 3s. Okay, so I got a 4 and a 1. Going left to right, the 1 is more chaotic, right? I said chaotic, neutral, lawful. So he's chaotic, and we got a 4. We make that a 2. So that's neutral. So chaotic, neutral? Apparently, chaotic, neutral creatures follow their whims, valuing their personal freedom above all else. A scoundrel who wanders the land living by their wits is probably chaotic, neutral. He's gonna be a fun character to be. Okay. So then I gotta choose a lifestyle, which is from poor to rich. It looks like a D6 and a D4, and add them up or subtract them. That's what we'll do. Okay, so it's a 6 minus a 1. Oh, he's wealthy. so I got 4 gold. Choosing a wealthy lifestyle means living a life of luxury. Though you might not have achieved the social status associated with the old money of nobility or royalty, you live a lifestyle comparable to that of a highly successful merchant, a favorite servant of the royalty, or the owner of a few small businesses. Wow, I can't speak. You have respectable lodgings, usually a spacious home in a good part of town, or a comfortable suite at a fine inn. You likely have a small staff of servants. Dang, okay. I'm not gonna fuck with the physical characteristics. And so they want say like nature-based sounds, dark or mysterious syllables, unpredictable sounds. So like I see, okay, it's one of the words is dusk for a mysterious syllable, and unpredictable sound is whirl, so we'll call him Dusk Whirl. Dusk Squirrel the Ranger is the first character. Dusk Whirl. And he's a boy elf. He's a criminal. I guess I need to pick some spells. So in the elf lineage, I thought I picked, but I can't remember. So I did high elf wisdom. Now I get a spell, and that's out of 15, so I'll do my 9 and my 6 again. 6 and 2, so 8. And that's message, which sounds like a useless spell. You point toward a creature with one range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. I can cast a spell through solid objects if I'm familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, metal, or wood, or a thin sheet of lead blocks the spell. Okay, so that's that. And now my ability scores. So I'm just going to use the website to do this. So I'll just roll. Okay. All right, guys. So we did the roll, and I got 14, 13, 17, 12, 15, and 10. And I think just what I'll do, to make it completely random, I'll just roll some D6. Well, I'll roll a D6 for each. So for the 14, 2. So the 14 will go on dexterity. Then we'll roll again. And I got a 2 again. So we'll put the 13 on constitution. We'll just like 1. So it goes from strength to constitution. Dexterity's out. So now 17. Ooh, and that's going to 4. So we'll go to charisma. Oh no. Okay. I guess that's how I'm a criminal. So now number 12. Also not great. And that'll go to 3, which is wisdom. And now that I'm down to just 2, I'm going to switch to the D4, and then I'll just half it. So I'm down to 15, and I think right now I have strength and intelligence. So I'll have a 15 and a 10 for each of those. Okay, so 3 divided by 2, I guess, would be 1. That's not how math works. Anyway, so for 15 it goes to strength, and for 10 it goes to intelligence. I'm apparently a dumbass. But that's my abilities and my starting equipment. So I can do studded leather armor, scimitar, short sword, longbow, 20 arrows, quiver, druidic focus, explorer's beacon, 7 gold, or 150 gold. And then my criminal starting equipment gives me 2 daggers, thieves' tools, crowbar, 2 pouches, traveler's skulls, and 16 gold. Traveler's clothes and 16 gold. I think I'm going to go with the studded armor and the thieves' tools, daggers, and shit. Just because, like, why not have more instead of more money? You know what I mean? And then I will... Wait, should I have rolled for that? No, that would have been crazy. So I'll only use... Okay, I don't have any sort of shield. I'll put the armor on. I'll put the pouch on. And then I have to decide, do I want... I think I can have a dagger, right? I guess I'll look at the rules. Okay, so I looked through and I learned that, like, I can wield on-wield shit as I go. And it's sort of like a free action, so I'm just not going to put anything as wielded. So now I've got my character sheet, And I'll eventually put that in my Discord server, so if you don't look at it, see what's going on. Look at all the absolute insanity. And now I've kind of figured it out a little bit, so I can go on to making the next character. So as before, I'll flip a coin for male to female. I flipped it, and this one's tails, so also male. And also, I'm doing 3 characters. I don't want to do too much. So he's a male, and then I will do my race with the D4. I got a 2. So he is another elf. Okay. I don't know if I like that. I'll reroll. If it's a 2 again, we'll just suck it up. Okay, it's a 2 again. I guess I'm just an elf boy. So then I'll do my elven lineage, and we'll do 3. So hopefully this is a different one. 1. He's got Drow again. I'm going to do it again. I don't want the same guy. 3. Wood elf. Okay. Cool. Wood elves carry the magic of primeval forests within themselves. They are known by many other names, including wild elves, green elves, and forest elves. Grugak are reclusive wood elves of the Greyhawk setting, while the Kaganesti and the Tairnedal are wood elves of the Dragonlance and Eberron settings, respectively. Don't know what the fuck that means. My elven lineage spell, out of 3 again, we'll roll die. I got a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's intelligence. And my wood elf lineage spells use intelligence. My keen senses, and that's another D6. 2. So perception. Ooh, neat. And then my languages, we'll do... They have a little thing for D12, so let's do it. I got 2D6. I got a 3 and a 6, so a 9. They'll speak Goblin, and then a 6. So Goblin and Elvish. Okay, that's fair. And then we'll do the age, 2D20. Maybe he's like his older brother or something. I got 14 plus 20 is 24. And then we'll do the class, 2d6. And I got a 1 and a 6, so that's a 7. And he's a paladin. Wow, that's interesting. Never even touched paladin. So paladins live on the front lines of the cosmic struggle, united by their oaths against the forces of annihilation. And my primary abilities take strength and charisma. My hit point die is a d10. Saving throw proficiency. Wow, that's going to be hard to get used to saying. Saving throw proficiencies, wisdom and charisma. Okay. And then I can choose between my skill proficiencies for athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, or religion. My weapon proficiencies are simple and martial weapons. Don't know what that means. Armor training is light, medium, heavy, and shields. And then that's all for the first level. I'll add the class. So we'll do a D6. We'll do 2. The first one is 4 medicine. So I'll be strong in medicine. This will be the healer. And then the second one is 1. So that's athletics. He's a fucking athletic healer. I don't even know who that would be. Lay on hands. My blessed touch can heal wounds. I have a pool of healing power that replenishes when I finish a long rest. Cool. And since he's elvish, that's only 4 hours. Neat. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to 5 times my paladin level. Damn, so I need to level up quick. As a bonus action, you can touch a creature, which could be myself, and draw power from the pool of healing to restore a number of hit points to that creature up to the maximum amount remaining in the pool. You can also expend 5 hit points from the pool of healing power to remove the poison condition from the creature. Those points also don't restore hit points to the creature. Okay. Weapon mastery. This is the one I'll just do 24 and hope it's not high. 6. So he's got a dagger, a blowgun. With the dagger, he has the ability of Nick, which is when you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of a bonus action. And I can make this extra attack only once per turn. So I can do a light attack? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. And then my blowgun has Vex. If you hit a creature with a blowgun and deal damage to the creature, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that teacher before the end. The teacher. You have an advantage in your next roll against that creature before the end of your next turn. I almost did it twice. And then my background, I'll roll a d4. Ooh, a 1. So my background is as an acolyte. You've devoted yourself to service in a temple, either nestled in a town or secluded in a sacred grove. There you performed rites of honor in honor of a god or pantheon. You served under a priest and studied religion. That kind of works. Thanks to your priest's instruction and your own devotion, you also learned how to channel a modicum of divine power in service to your place of worship and the people who prayed there. Okay. So my magic initiate feat, I have 2 cantrips of your choice from the cleric spell list. Cool. And I have a level 1 spell of the same list for this feat's cantrips. You can always have that spell prepared, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So then I also can choose an charisma, intelligent, wisdom to level up. Roll a d6. I got a 2, so he's intelligence, which is unfortunate. And my spells, out of 8, we'll do 2 3d8s. 4, I got resistance, Toll of the Dead, and Bane, which I don't know what they are. So resistance is you touch a willing creature and choose a damage type: acid, bludgeoning, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, piercing, poison, radiant, slashing, or thunder. When the creature takes damage of the chosen types before the spell ends, the creature reduces the total damage taken by 1d4. A creature can benefit from the spell only once per turn. Okay. Toll of the Dead. You point at one creature you can see within range, and the single chime of a Dolores spell is audible within 10 feet of the target. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. Okay. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. Damn! The cantrip upgrade is that it increases by 1 die when you reach level 5, 11, and 17. Cool. And then Bane is up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, must each make a charisma saving throw. Whenever the target fails a save, must make an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. The target must subtract 1d4 from the attack roll or save. Cool. And then as a higher level slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot above level 1. Okay. And my ability score, I can flip the coin to increase 3 or 2. That's a head, so we'll do 3. And it increased all of them by 3. Neat. And I think all I gotta do is Google a name. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Calum Dawnwarden. So we'll name him Calum Dawnwarden. And then the ability scores. I think we'll do this one differently. And I'll just roll a d6 for each of them. So for strength, rolling a d20. I meant the d20. Ooh, 18 strength. Kind of weird. Rolling a d20 for dexterity. I got a 3. I got a 2 for constitution. 17 for intelligence. Now wisdom. I got another 2. This is crazy. And then a 14 for charisma. This is going to be the weirdest fucking character ever. And then the starting equipment, we'll just do what it says. Equip the armor and the backpack. And we got this character too. Now one more. Oh, this is terrible. He's got strong armor, so we'll figure it out. Now for the final character, We flip the coin. Oh, it's another guy. I was kind of disappointing. I was hoping to do a girl, but it's a guy. So now we'll do the D4 the race. And I'm really shaking this dice up. 4. So this one is a human. Okay. And for the size, medium or small, we'll flip a coin. We got a head, so we'll make him medium. So he's about 4 to 7 foot tall. His skillful, we'll do 3d6. We got a 3, a 1, and a 2, so 6. And he's got a history. He's got history knowledge, okay? He's a nerd. His origin feat, he's got a d6 to roll. A 5. He's a savage attacker. His languages, we'll do the d12 again. 5, so he knows Elvish, which means he can communicate with his teammates. That's good. And Dwarvish. Interesting. This is a new kind of guy. His age with the d20, 2 d20s, is 11 plus 6. He's 17. And now his class with 2d6, 5. He's a fighter, so a fighter human. Interesting. His core fighter's traits, I gotta roll the d8. I got 4 for the first one, 3 for the second one. I got another 3, gotta re-roll, and then 8. So the first one is insight. Oh, I only got 2. So it's insight and athletics. Hopefully that's good. Fighting style, out of 4, we'll do a d4. 3. So his fighting style is great weapon fighting. When you roll damage for an attack, you make a melee. Oh, when you roll damage for an attack, you make with a melee weapon you are holding with 2 hands. You can treat any 1 or 2 on a damage die as a 3. The weapon must have the 2-handed or versatile property to gain this benefit. I'll have to keep that in mind. Then I have second wind, limited well of physical and mental stamina I can draw on. As a bonus action, I can use it to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my level. Okay, cool. I can use it twice, and I regain 1 expended use when I finish a short rest, and all expended uses with a long rest. And he's a human, so he actually takes long rests. When you reach certain fighter levels, you gain more uses of the feature as shown in the second win column of the fighter features table. Say that 5 times fast. Then my weapon mastery, I have 3, so we'll just do d20s. First, I got a 19, which is a javelin. The second one, I got a 13, which is a halberd. Interesting. And then for the last one, I got a dagger. So with the javelin, I have a slow, which is if you hit the creature with the javelin and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of the next turn. If the creature is hit by more than one of the weapons that have this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet, which I think someone else has the javelin, so we might be good. The halberd, he has cleave. If you hit the creature with a melee attack roll using a halberd, you can make a melee attack roll with the halberd against a second creature within 5 feet of the first that is also within your reach. Neat. On a hit, the second creature takes the halberd's damage, but don't add my ability modifier to that damage unless the modifier is negative. I can only make this attack once per turn. Neat. And then the dagger has Nick, which is if I take the light attack, I can make it as attack instead of a bonus action, which I still don't know how that's going to be useful. So we'll figure it out. And now we'll do the background, and we'll roll a d4. Ooh, a 1. So he's an acolyte as well. Devoted yourself to the service in a temple, nestled in a town in a grove, performed rites in honor of God or pantheon, served under a priest, studied religion, blah, 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 blah. My skill is out of like a D, I think it was the 9 and the 6. So 3 plus 6, 9, and that's perception. And then I get a magic initiate granted feat, which is 2 cantrips of my choice from the cleric. Okay, this is the same as I can't remember his name. The other elf. So for this one, I'll roll the d6, split it in half. 6 is 3, so wisdom. And then I'll roll the 6 and the 4, which is 4. And I got resistance, 2 6s. Ugh. Mending, and the d20, and bless. Okay, this is interesting. We're gonna be like useless in battle, but all helping each other survive. And now for my ability score increases, whether I do 3 by 1 or 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 1. And I got heads, so that's the other 1 by 3. And now I need to Google a human fighter's name. Ooh, okay, Lucius Silverblade. So that'll be his name. I had technical difficulties with D&D Beyond, so I'm having to re-roll my ability scores. So I'm just gonna do the rolls on the website and then assign them on there because that worked better. Alright, I really feel like I cheated, but using D&D Beyond, I had typed them in like the manual spot and I thought I applied them, but I apparently didn't. And I got a lot better rolls this time. So if you guys want, I can kill this character off real quick or like re-roll. But if no one says anything, then I'm just going to roll with it because these are a lot better. And if you want to complain, go to my Instagram. It's in the Linktree in the description. I think it's at Entertainment Vehicle. I don't know. I'll have to put it in there. Sorry. But I got a 15, 16, 15, 13, 13, and 10. And what I'll do is just kind of like I did before. So for the 15, I'll roll a d6 for each and assign them to 1 through 6. So 15 goes to 5, goes to the wisdom. 16 goes to 2, which is the dex. 15 goes to 5, which is, we'll say, charisma, because it's the last one. 13 goes to 2, which is constitution. And we'll flip a coin. Heads is strength. Oh, this is kind of crazy. It's like the last 2 are the same as the last one. But heads is strength, tails is intelligence. So 13 goes to strength, 10 goes to intelligence. And I'll apply them. I got a lot of starting options, though. I got like chainmail, greatsword, flail, 8 javelins, dungeoneer packs, and 4 gold. And the dungeoneer's pack is backpack, caltrops, crowbar, 2 flaxes of oil, 10 days of rations, rope, tinderbox, 10 torches, and water skin. Or studded leather armor, scimitar, short sword, longbow. That's the, I believe that's the, what is that? I don't know, but I'm not going to choose that. I'm doing the first one. And then C is 155 gold, which I don't care about. So I'm going to pick the chainmail, greatsword, flail, javelins, dungeoneer pack, and 4 gold. And then the acolyte part gives me calligrapher supplies, book of prayers, holy symbol, parchment, 10 sheets, robe, and 8 GP, or 50 GP, which I'll look real quick what calligrapher supplies is. Nowhere I looked told me what head calligrapher supplies are, so I'll just go with that. And I'm gonna equip the backpack, the chainmail, and I think that's it. And I've got Lucius Silverblade made. And I mean, that's the characters. So all 3 characters are the Elf Ranger, who is 8 years old, Duskwhirl, Calum Dawn Warden, who's also an elf, who's 24. And I'm going to say that's like his older brother or like his oldest cousin, something like that. And then we've got a level 1 human fighter named Lucius Silverblade. So the voices, the most important part, the voices. Firstly, I'll do the 24-year-old elf. He's a paladin. Calum Dawn Warden. Okay, so an elf, they've usually got like a little British of an accent, a little bit. Hello. No, it's not quite British. Yeah, it's British. We'll call it British. He's Calum Dawn Warden. And okay, this is sort of like an elf. What was his background again? Let's look at his background. That's fucking New Zealand. Alright, his background. He's an acolyte. Okay, so maybe Calum talks like this. He's kind of a little bit of a pretty boy, but he's not really violent. He's trying to help people. This isn't the greatest British accent, but I'm an elf. I'm not British. I'm elvish. And you only hear this because you're special. You're special, dear. Alright, we'll call that Caleb's voice. I don't really like it, but we'll kind of figure it out as we go. And then Duskwirl, his little cousin. Hello, mate. I'm Duskwirl. That's Duskwirl right there. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. I'm Duskwirl. I'm a ranger. You ever seen a ranger as young as me? And that kind of fits, because I feel like his, like, where was it? Characteristics. He's chaotic neutral. So, like, he's an asshole, but he gets a little bit of break for being a kid. We'll call it that. And then Lucius Silverblade. Okay, so he's a human. He technically should still have, like, a British accent, but we'll discern him from the others. He's a fighter. Background. What's his acolyte? Hello, I'm Lucius Silverblade. Maybe that? Maybe like a little high and righteous. I'm Lucius. You smell like bum, boy. Okay, that's my Lucius voice. So, to go back over them, I've got Duskwirl. I'm Duskwirl. I've got Calum Dawnwarden. Oh, I don't remember Lucius's voice already. Hello. No, I don't remember. I gotta reinvent it. I'm an acolyte. Hello. Oh yeah, he was like, hello. I'm Lucius Silverblade. What was it? I'll just re-listen and practice it for next episode. Before I start, the Dragon of Icespire Peak.